Welcome to the Marketing Revolution podcast. This is the underground movement of savage marketers from all over the world. We are not Fortune 500 companies. We are real entrepreneurs with real businesses that have one major thing in mind: to set goals and devour them daily. Because we understand that everyone wants to eat, but only savage marketers are willing to do the hunt. Now let's get this revolution started. Hey, what's up, everybody? John Hiley here with the Marketing Revolution podcast and the Marketing Savage Facebook group. Hope you guys are having a savage Sunday today. And I'm coming to you with the Savage Sunday Sermon. Some of you guys who are maybe watching this on our Marketing Savage Facebook page, you guys can see that I have my background set as what appears to be a Catholic church. I don't know. I just typed in church altar, and this is one of the photos that came up. So behind me, I'm literally preaching in a church right now, and I want to talk a little bit about something that kind of just freshened up on. I was thinking about the things that I wanted to speak about. That I remember there was a book that I had listened to years ago, and that I really need to listen to again. It's actually called Business Secrets of the Bible. So what I did was I kind of plugged around the book and went to chapter number 2. And chapter number 2 is specifically where Rabbi Daniel Lapin talks about specialization or specializing. And just kind of want to give you my breakdown on that and exactly, how that works in the ways of this sacred Savage Sunday, and how specializing, like how God created the world in a way that was basically designed to not only encourage us, but to reward us in specializing. What you got to think is before the time of currency, meaning before the time that we had money, there was a different type of trade. And the type of trade that it was, literally, you guys heard me talk about this before. I've got a chicken, you've got a cow. I've got a surplus of eggs, you've got a surplus of milk. When me and you make an exchange, meaning I give you eggs from my surplus in exchange for your surplus of milk, both of our lives become better as a result of this transaction. It's not any different with money. But the beautiful thing about money, it allows us as human beings to specialize in more things than just a livestock or food or clothing, right? In fact, I would go as far to say that what we specialize in today is fucking crazy. I mean, there's so much shit out there that's almost unbelievable that people do or have created businesses around, that it's insane. I mean, like, I actually heard of somebody that literally created a business around teaching people how to become a horse whisperer. Meaning that, and I mean, this lady made millions of dollars on teaching people exactly. Apparently, she figured out the body language of a horse. And in fact, my friend Mike Kaminsky was talking about this in one of our energy groups, and he was talking about the lady who literally created a funnel, or created an entire business out of teaching people, how to understand a horse's body language. Essentially meaning that, I guess, apparently, like, a horse will give you like little signs that they want you to write it. And she was able to distinguish these signs and teach people exactly how to discover these things about their horse. I mean, just all kinds of crazy shit like that, right? We're in a day and age where literally people make money picking up dog shit. There's people that will come to your house, make money picking up dog shit. There's literally a service for everything. And that's the power of specializing. Essentially, what specializing does for the world is, number one, it gets us hyper focused on serving one another. And ideally, that was God's plan when he established this rule of law, that we came to understand that the more that we help other people, the more that we actually help ourselves. That's the beautiful thing about stepping into, a day and age where you can specialize in everything or anything, is that you end up opening yourself up to massive amounts of wealth. And in fact, if there was any day or time that was easier to become wealthy than there is today, I'm just telling you, there's not. I mean, even with the COVID-19 type shit, like all of this, like I've watched people become wealthy during this time. I have launched businesses during this time that you may have not even thought that would do well. And they absolutely exploded. They took off, and we're getting ready to launch more businesses in these times, right? But it's all because of our ability to specialize and to help other people. Uh, I talked about the other day about how you show up during a transaction, meaning how is your energy during a transaction? Are you putting the thought and the feeling of increase? Because ideally, specializing only works when you can give life to the other person. Um, and that's what God's trying to teach us. So during this process, God is teaching us that you have to be fucking good to people. You have to give them value. Just like if I own the chicken and you own the cow, by exchange, both of our lives became better. And God teaches us that in this day and age by how much value and how much increase we're giving to the other individual in that transaction. The truth is, if you hate dealing with other people, you're going to have a hard life. If you can actually learn to understand that the only wealth that there is in this world are other fucking people, then that's when you understand how to grow and how to build something uh that can make you wealthy, that can make you rich. Like God wants that. Like God wants you to be able to serve other people in this world with your specialized service or your specialized talent or your specialized products. And they don't have to just be special as unique. It may be a special experience. You know what I mean? It's down to the points where, a lot of businesses now, they beat other businesses because they focus on the experience, which essentially means they're focusing on the people that they're serving. This was all by design, and it's God's way of teaching us that by treating other people in a manner that is that of increase, that of helping them, that of taking them somewhere that they want to go, giving other people and serving other people, being the servant of other people as they serve you. So as we serve each other, we all become wealthy and rich in that process. I was talking to another friend of mine, and he was, he was talking about, if you want to make big money, then you solve big problems, right? If you want to make big money, then you solve big problems. Let's just say that you're somebody who has a job of mowing a lawn, right? You're mowing a lawn, right? You're solving a tiny problem. Okay. You have to hire a bunch of people and grow the company to be massive to actually begin to see, a lot of wealth from that type of business. And there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. But God also teaches us in this process, the bigger problem we solve, the more that we're going to get paid. You give the example of a doctor. A doctor solving, or let's just go one step further, a surgeon, a heart surgeon. They're solving a massive fucking problem. It's like, if you don't fix me, I die. And that's why they get paid the amount that they get paid. So the takeaway that I want you guys to get from today's Savage Sunday sermon is that, number one, um, your wealth is in other people. Okay. So I don't care if you literally, so if I was to give you every kingdom in the world, if I was to give you any car that you wanted, any home that you wanted, but yet you were the very last person on the earth to enjoy it. Just think about that. You had every kingdom in the world, you had every car that you wanted, but there was nobody else left on planet Earth. You were the only person on Earth to enjoy it. Would it have any value to you at all? There's no value to that because you would not have anybody to share that with or enjoy that with. Our value is in other people. That's where our wealth comes from. Next thing I want you to think about is how big of a problem are you solving for other people? Because the bigger problems you solve, the more valuable you are and the more money you make. So that's it, guys. There you are for another Savage Sunday sermon. And as usual, I'm going to see you on the next one.